Alright, so, a lot of stuff actually been going on behind the scenes since last time I did this, and I know it's been about a few months. I've been trying to get everything situated and done and everything, and so there. I know you guys haven't seen the maps on the radar, on the workshop for quite some time. Now, I haven't given up on the project, but I haven't been on it all the way either. You're probably asking yourself, okay, look, guys, we've seen the workshop and we love what you're doing. And like I said, I'm very happy with what I've given you guys. I'm not done, of course not. But as we talk more into this, you guys have given me a lot of great comments. So excited for this. You guys are really excited for this mod. So excited for this. And I'm so thankful for every single subscriber, every single comment, all the badges. Thank you guys so much. And thank you so much for the stars. I can't believe we've got freaking 4 stars, almost 5 stars on this. This is absolutely crazy. I'm so happy, beyond belief on this. Um, so what's I think the biggest question that we talk about, right, is what's next for this operation? What's next for this mod? What's coming out, guys? What is in the making of the mod? What's going on behind the scenes? What can we see? What can we not see? What is it that we're going to be getting that people have been looking for a long time? And I'm very happy to announce that the next update of the mod is going to have pelicans. Alright, so I will read this out as much as I possibly can here. And it's going to be a new update. And it's going to have it's going to be a new update. And we're going to have pelicans. It's going to call it Halo More Stuff 2. And it's going to have a brand new update. Okay. That's coming out probably in the coming months. So I want to say it may be updated next month or the month after that. But we have got a lot of stuff to do. I'll give you guys everything pretty much in here with this version right here. It says 20,000 update, but it's probably less than that. Like 18. So the biggest question is, okay, what are we going to be seeing in this update? I'm very happy to announce to you guys that pelicans have returned. Alright, so I'm going to go down the list. We have pelicans, we have phantoms, the Halo 2 Phantom has returned, the Halo 3 ship has returned, the Halo 1 ship has returned, we have, I should probably call this Halo More Stuff, so I should say. Give me a second. Oh, here, more stuff. Update that real quick here. And I'm very excited to announce that we're going to be seeing one of my personal favorites, and you guys love it. You guys love it too. Please welcome back the one and only from Halo 3. I forgot. The Banshee will be in there too, but probably at a later date. I'm still working on that one. Because it's not been downloaded yet. What is this in here? The Goshawk is there, the Halo 2 Phantom, the Halo Scorpion, the Hornet. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome back the Halo 2, Halo 3, I meant. The Halo 3 everyone's waiting for, the Halo 3 Hornet has returned, and the Halo mod of Gates of Hell. Also, the Halo 3 Pelican has returned as well. The Halo Reach Armored Pelican from Halo 3 has returned. The Halo Armed Pelican has returned. And then, of course, you have the Flood ship, which is not there, but it's somewhat there. The Covenant military is also in there. The Halo 2 Phantom has returned. And we're going to be seeing and we have the Halo Falcon has returned. So all three vehicles from that were there was air support and air units have returned. So we have a lot more stuff to do. So let's talk about it. There's so much stuff I got to get through today, and so much stuff I want to talk to you guys about that's crazy. So when are we going to be able to play this mod? That's probably going to be either next month or the month afterwards. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I got to re-download Gates of Hell and upload the mod that way. But it's going to be a big shot. It's going to be called Halo More Stuff 2. The mod that everybody's been working on and everybody's waiting for is going to be coming out. I'm working as hard as guys, listen up. I'm working as hard as I can to try to get the Halo Phantom in there and the Fork in there. Yes, I can get it in there, but for some reason, even with the when I have it's really weird. When I have it in there, right? For some reason it doesn't want to fire. I don't know why, but I even have the foresight done correctly, and it still doesn't want to fire correctly. It doesn't want to do anything. It just and then if you get in it, it'll move, but it won't fire. And I was like, I can't have a Phantom in there, that doesn't want to fire correctly. And this is a Halo Reach Phantom that everybody likes. Everybody really wants to see in there. And I'm trying my best to get in there. Also, the race. The race are a big challenge, guys. Really big challenge. I need help with that one. I don't know how to get that in there. I've tried and I can't. I don't know how to do it. Basically, I have no idea how to do it. So I'm gonna have to look a little harder and see what I can do. But if you guys want some help, if you guys know anybody like Gaia or any modders that can help me out with that, try to get into Gates of Hell, I definitely appreciate it. Like I said, I'm gonna keep trying, but as of right now, I don't know how to get it in there. But I want to get it in there because I really want to see this Halo mod. I don't care if it's firing turrets. I just want to see it in there so bad. And I can get it in there, but 9 times out of 10, it's probably not gonna fire like it's supposed to fire. And that's not. I don't want to get it in there the right way. So let's talk about. All right, so moving on to that. We have a lot of other stuff that I want to talk about. So first of all, is going to be the Halo. $145. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about for everybody that was on this subject. That I have so much subscribers. Thank you so much for the subscribers and going up, and even thank you for the gold, the badge. I didn't get to see. I didn't check these often, but thank you guys for all that, and thank you for all the subscribers total. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the stars. Thank you for all the badges. Thank you for your support. Period. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so there is another game coming out, aka Halo 45. What is Halo 45 now? Now a lot of people have speculation that this is going to be for people who have wanting ComQuest, and people have been fighting me on ComQuest, and they're like, "We want ComQuest," and I'm telling you guys, I'm working on it, but I don't really know how to do it. Like, I'm trying my best on how to do it, but I'm just not there. Now, I'm doing my best when it comes to that stuff. I really am. I'm gonna try to do ComQuest for everyone that wants to have it played, because people want to play the old maps with the World War II with my mod, and they want to play ComQuest in it. Like I said, if you guys know how to do it and you know how to make ComQuest, be my guest. Take my mod and upload it as ComQuest. Go ahead and do that. It's okay. I give you permission to do that. Just make sure you credit not just me, but make sure you credit the people that make the mod, the makers of the mod as well, and give them credit, because I didn't create the modules, I didn't create the units, I did not create any models. That's why I give credit where it's due. So if you guys want to do that, I will still try to make a ComQuest, but it'll be a little bit more different. Okay, so we have with this one. Do you get any reinforcements? Okay, so here's a biggie, guys. In Halo 45, I'm going to do my best, and I mean my absolute hardest to do this. So, what I'm going to be looking at is how it's being formed, and that's how I'm going to try to work with it in the Gates of Hell engine. Which is not easily done. People said they would love to see some units and some stuff that comes down and some bombs and some airstrikes, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. I'll try my best to try to get in there. I do work with the as you guys can see here, I've got Auto 3D Max Autodesk 216. I do use that for some modules and some mods. Daggone, sorry about that. I do use that to do some of my models, but I just use construction because I don't know how things I don't know how to do. I don't know how to animate. I don't know how to make a human skin. If I did, I would make a lot of human skins for you guys. Also, I have no idea how to make a vehicle where it can fly or people can get in. So it's again, that's with animation. I don't know how to do that. I need a video or a website or some type of tips to do it. I definitely appreciate that if you guys know how to do that for me, or give me a video or anything like that. I definitely appreciate it 100%. Also, so what is Halo 45? Halo 45 we're featuring the people that I told you about. It's going to be featuring 1. Master Chief, 2. Noble 6, 3. Commander Isaac, 4. One of my personal all-time favorites is Commander Josh. And then you're going to have units, and it's going to be about a 10 mission long. For Halo 45, it's a 10 mission long level. So that's that's going on. That one is there for sure. So again, I got a lot of the questions I've in my head and people have been asking me is, where are you going to be putting Halo 45? Is it going to Gates of Hell, or are we going back to Call to Arms or Minnesota Squad? Minnesota Squad is off the table, so it's not going to go there. I've not decided if I want to put it to Gates of Hell or I want to put it to Call to Arms, the original vanilla. I'm not sure if I want to put it there or I want to put it into the other one. Now, I've been talking myself over. Most likely, I probably want to put it back to Call to Arms because that's the one I'm familiar with. It's got all the Halo units, ships, ODST drops, and everything else. So that's probably what I'm going to be, probably where I would want to put the mission and put where I want to do the mod and stuff like that. And create everything and stuff with some dialogue, missing things. So what's the game going to be about? Well, your mission is simple. You take on 3 different people and then eventually you team up with them and it's going to be and to take down the Covenant. Now, what's the Covenant doing this time? Well, brand new assets. Well, not brand new assets, but assets have been added. And this time, your mission is to find the bomb. There's a bomb inside the planet called Halo Kertu. Halo Kertu. Halo Kertu is a planet that is like on the Halo ring. It's a big Halo ring planet that forms and that is extremely big. And you have objectives by taking command post, holding the command post, defending, taking out units, and moving up the ladder. The interesting thing about this is that all units that you have will be very limited. They will each have 100,000 health. To make this easy for people that want hard mode, I will put it as 100 health and see if you can survive. If you like it, then tell me. If you don't like it, then tell me. I will either take it off or I will leave it on. It depends on what you guys, depending on the comments I have on this, and depending on how hard that you guys want to play this on. Also, one of the interesting things about this is the mod takes you place back to the very first one. I'm going to be using as people loved it the first time as I used it. This is called Camera Feed or Camera Bone. In this mod, you're going to be having the first person mod that will actually put you down boots on the ground or even up top. People have said they want to fly a pelican, and they want to just have objects where you have to take to a pelican. So what does that mean? Okay, so there's a lot of different things that we have to talk about in this game called Halo 45 on Corta. Halo Corta. Halo Corta. On Halo Corta, there are 3 different missions where you're going to actually fly in and drop off units. When you take on and fly off and drop off units, you have the opportunity to either keep flying around or take control over the ship. You're gonna have two objectives. The first objective is to get inside the ship and destroy it. The second objective is to fly around, taking out all of the anti-air forces. That's right. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not going to be the easiest thing. Even though you have 100,000 health, you can still die. That means you can get wasted by enemy turrets or you can get wasted by bombs. The interesting thing about this, though, is that it's very different and a little bit more complex. So you're not just flying around with the air support or airship trying to go around a building all this time. You're going to be going around the building taking out the reinforcements that the Covenant tries to drop off. This means when you get to a certain area, when you get to a certain area, then there's going to be drop pods from the enemy that drop down. Now, the interesting thing about this is I've seen what's going on, and I'm going to actually change it. So, what they're probably going to ask them the question, okay, what do you mean you're going to change it? What do you mean by this? So, what I'm going to do is inside Gates of Hell, not Gates of Hell, but Call to Arms, is I'm going to change everything you know about it. And what do you mean by that? I'm going to tell you. So, in the Halo mod that everybody loves and everybody cares about so badly and everybody loves is everything's going to be different. So when it drops down in, it's going to be like a sword elite that comes from the drop pod. You have to take him out. If you don't, you'll die. Now, don't remember this. You don't want to get hit by this guy. You may be at 100,000 health, but if he will hit you, or if he hits you, then it won't be good. It will not be fun. You will die. So make sure you stay away from him, as he'll try to target. You'll have other allies there. These allies are nothing more than decorations that will try to take some of the fire for you. Also, on top of this, make sure that you use a grenade launcher to take the sword lead out, not unless you think you're man enough to first person shoot it or third person or even command it, because it only shoots a certain way, to take this elite out. Your main objective is to take the lead out. Now, the elite has standard health, and he'll be the main mission that you need to take out. Once done, he'll be the last, and he'll be the last elite you'll need to take out from everything that you're seeing. So what do I mean by that? Okay, so it's pretty straightforward, honestly. All you're doing is at the last one, at the last temple, when you come out of it, you're going to take out the elite with a grenade launcher, or if you're man enough, take out with a gun. Once the elite has been killed, the mission is now over. And it would go into the other mission. It would go into a new mission. This mission, particularly, is Mission 7. Mission 7 sets you off with the first of all with a first cliff. It's a cliff mission first. Then you would have to take out the Covenant to then fly over. Now you're probably asking yourself, okay, how high is the train? Now, originally it's 600, but this time the other train that you'll be on is going to be 900. So you've got 900 because that's as high as the units will actually fire. Any higher and they won't fire. So you have 600 to 900. So you'll get in the plane after you destroy the Covenant, go over to the bases, and you'll kill all the enemies, and then you'll use the ship to either land it, or you can, because I do recommend two things. The first thing I recommend is I do recommend you definitely drop off the Marine, but use the Marine has to take cover. Get this, the Marine doesn't have 100,000 health, so you'll need to take cover. If you don't take cover, you will die instantly, and the mission will be over. You may think, oh, that's okay, because I'll just go over. Except here's the thing. The mission cannot start. You have the Pelican and you're flying over to the next objective, but the objective won't start in it. Yeah, you can kill all the enemies, but it won't be over, and also the enemy will not drop in until the private is actually there. So you can go on. You can place an editor if you want to, and you can just take the dead Marine, put it to the zone after he's dead, and then have it trigger that way, or you can play it like it's supposed to, saving the Marine and making sure, because once you get into a certain area, there are no reinforcements. You've got enemies everywhere. I mean everywhere. Your main mission is use that rocket launcher and take out all those enemies at once. But don't get me wrong. It's not so easy. So what I mean by that? So it's not so easy. What I mean by that is you're gonna have a turret on the rear that's gonna be trying to take you out. You need to take out that turret pronto. If you don't, you're going to get shredded and you're going to die. Now, what's really interesting about this is you're going to want to use a turret. I mean, not a turret, but you're going to use a grenade launcher to take out the turret before it sees you. That way you've got it done and over with. But don't get me wrong. Make sure you also stay in cover. I would recommend using a third person or a first person for this to take it out and take out the enemies. If you're spotted by the enemy, you will die. Why? Because Gaia's Halo mod is their enemies are so strong that they're literally not a one-shot kill anymore. They're really hard to take down. So I recommend using a lot of cover, and if the enemy does come to you, make sure you take cover and fire that grenade launcher to them. If you don't, you will die fast. So that's going to be that. Also, it's a little bit more tricky than what it usually is. So you're probably asking yourself, well, can't I just use a Pelican and go over it and take out the enemies that way? No, you can't. Why is that? The reason is because this level is designed for a one-person Marine to take out all the enemies at once. Once done, you'll need to use a Pelican to take out the reinforcements, because there's a lot of turrets, and I mean a lot of turrets in that one area. So you'll need to use a Marine or some type of not Marine, but you use the airship, which is called the Pelican, to take out all the reinforcements and all the turrets. If you don't take out the turrets, you will die. Also, the Pelican is going to be invincible for this mission. Also, also on top of this, you'll need to make sure that the Pelican stays intact. So even though it's invincible, it still can die because it's not the player that's in it is not going to be invincible. He's going to be regular, which means invincibility is going to be turned off, but the Pelican is not going to be turned off. So you'll need to make sure you keep the Pelican alive and the units alive. Hard mission, I know, but once you do it, you'll enjoy it. It'll be fun. So mission 7 really starts you off in a different type of base area. You're pretty much going in, and there's one Marine already in the ship that you will not be able to. You're not going to be able to. The Pelican's going to be there with the Marine in it, but when it takes a near condition that you're going to need. So once you go to the Pelican, it'll be in your hands. Not beforehand, but don't get me wrong. In that position, the Pelican will be taking a lot of fire, and there's going to be grenade launchers, grunts there too. So be careful because if that Pelican is destroyed, you're in trouble. You got to redo the mission over again. So I recommend using a battle rifle or grenade launcher when you first get there, and that way it's a lot easier to make sure the mission's completed. Now, there are 3 different posts in mission 7. 3, not 4, but 3. The first one is the easiest one. You land your Marine there, you take out 3 grunts, then you use you upload the device. Once done, you do the same one for the other one, so on and so forth. There are 3 zones you need to do. The first zone is easy. When you get there, there are 3 Covenant units. They're mostly grunts, and these are grenade launcher grunts. They will fire at you, but it's easy enough to pretty much get to cover and dodge those fires. Once you get to cover and they fire about 3 rounds, wait for them to reload, and then use your grenade launcher to take them out. Once done, you'll move up, take out the zone, and once the zone is done, you need to take out 2 zones. You won't really know where the final zone is. You'll have to use a Pelican to figure that out. I'm not gonna use anything there. I'm just gonna tell you that you'll need to find the final zone to complete the mission. As well as the mission is not gonna be over. Okay, so once you've uploaded the first zone, you need to get to the Pelican, have the Pelican land, and then you'll need to get into the Pelican for the same exact unit. The second zone is a little more challenging as the zone is not outside. The uplink is not outside. The uplink is actually inside. But this is where things become a little more tricky. So once you get into the zone, the second zone, the enemy will be right there waiting for you. You need to once again use cover, take out the enemies using a grenade launcher or whatever you pick up, and take them out and kill them. Once done, get to the zone. Once the zone is uploaded, get back to the Pelican. Except it's not so easy as that. There are 2 hunters. Once you upload the second zone, 2 hunters come after you where the Pelican is. Now, if you're smart, you'll get the Pelican there to the outside of it, where the outline is, and you'll use the Pelican to take out the hunters. Then all you gotta do is land the Pelican, get into the Pelican, and move to zone 3. It's a pretty straightforward process, and it's really easy to do. If you think you're man enough, or you think you've got the power, or you think you can do it, then go ahead and do it. Get to the zone, take out the hunters, and then move. This is mission 7. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be coming out very soon, as the first mission will be the demo. If you guys like what I have and have the context of it, then I hope you enjoy it. If you don't, then tell me. Then I'll take it down. So, what is mission 1? Mission 1 sets you off on the beach with a lot of enemies everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Your mission is to get to the next zone. Once you do, you'll need to move up as fast as you possibly can by using cover and taking out enemies with a grenade launcher. You can use a sniper and do the same thing. It just depends on what you guys want to use. Yes, this is going to be for Call to Arms. I've made up my mind. Because Guy hasn't got this mod integrated to hell yet, so I can't do anything, basically. But you need to take them out one by one. They're not going to be that easy to take out, so make sure you use cover. There's also ghosts too, so be careful. When you get to the second mission, it's like the first mission, except it's a little more different. There are two guns guarding the shield generator. You can't move forward until the shield generator has been taken out. Once the shield generator has been taken out, the shield will be lifted and you can move forwards. Once you move forwards, you will then take out two other grunts on the other side, and then you will win. Make sure you don't get killed by these turrets because you're not invincible just yet. You will be shredded like crazy, so make sure you use cover and use a grenade launcher to take out these turrets. Once done, move forwards. Mission 3. Mission 3 is not that hard of a mission. It's actually fairly simple. You'll need to use cover and protect the. You need to protect the squad of units. Once you protect the units and the timer ends, your mission will be completed. Okay, so what are we going to be seeing here? The mission is pretty straightforward and pretty simple. There's no airdrop unit, so you're good to go. It's just a basic unit coming from the enemy from the other side. They're going to be coming in and you need to take them out. You need to survive for exactly 4 minutes total. Once the 4 minutes is done, your mission will be completed. But don't get me wrong. If any, I do mean any soldiers have been killed at any given time, by you not commanding them right, or they die, your mission is a failure. It's gonna be a toughie, but I'm pretty sure with some cover and using them with cover, you'll keep them alive one way or another. If they die, your mission's failed. If you keep them alive, your mission is completed. But don't worry. If when the mission ends after 4 minutes and the enemy, then the mission will be completed. So what are you saying? If they're dead and the mission is a failure and the mission still ends and it still completes it, yes. So it just depends if you guys want to play however you want to play. If you want to play squad down base, first person shooter, or third person for this matter, you can do it. The mission will instantly fail it if the mission will be a failure if the timer will end. The timer will end, but the timer will still keep going. If you hit continue and you wait till the timer to expand out, I know it might be tricky. Then the mission will still complete it, which means you can go into the next mission. Mission 4. Mission 4 is a really interesting type of thing where a lot of different things go around. Now, this time around, you play as a Spartan. Well, you play as Spartan anyways through almost the entire map. But this is Mission 4. Mission 4, you now take command of Number 6. Number 6 is you're now like in a jungle in a way. It's kind of weird, but your mission is very simple. Stay alive, keep the cover, take out the enemies one by one. Once you're done, get to the zone, and then you're good. So don't be wrong. There is a turret though, so you'll need to find a grenade launcher. Not unless you think you're a sharpshooter and you can take them out before they detect you. If you can, more power to you. It's just really fun about this point. So mission 4 takes you place in a jungle. Your main mission is you want to go ahead and get to the other side pretty much. Take out the enemies, take stage cover, take out the turrets, etc., etc. Except here's the kicker. You're being hunted by an elite. His name is Jugaka. Jugaka, you'll need to kill him before you get to the zone. If you don't, the mission will fail you. So Gugaka comes in every 20 seconds and you need to kill him. Once he's killed, another 20 seconds will spawn up and you need to kill him again. Gugaka won't have a sword, but Gugaka will actually have a weapon. It's a pretty powerful weapon. So at this point you want to stick to cover as much as possible. If you don't stick to cover, then again you will die. Mission 5. Mission 5 is a more simple, some complex base mission. This is an uplink mission. It's one of my favorite ones. It's where the enemy comes in with a ship and tries to take you out by using mortar fire. The interesting thing about this, though, is you need to take out the ship as much as you possibly can. By taking out this huge ship, it most likely it'll delete itself. But to do this, you'll need to activate a activation of different type of points. These points will actually gain access to the main and most important thing. So once you get access to the point, you'll be able to deactivate its shield and fire at it. Once you fire at it, it'll go back up again, so be careful. But it doesn't come without its resources, because if it targets you, you're dead. So be careful. Once the ship has been destroyed, the mission will then complete. Again, I do recommend at this point, you're not just taking out a ship, you're going to have a timer of 5 minutes. Once again, even if the timer ends, your mission will still be completed. But if you think you have fun, then try to stay alive as much possible until the timer is done. What I do recommend doing in this mission is by once again, taking cover, activating the point, and then taking cover again. So as you activate the point, make sure you stay in cover, and that way you won't die. The mission is very simple. You have units that will fire. You also have bad guys that will come in that also drop in units as well, drop pods as well. So that's mission 5. Mission 6. Mission 6, you now take command over Commander Josh. Commander Josh's mission is you're on a ridge. You need to snipe the enemies before they get to the other zone. If they do get there, your mission is a failure. Just one of them gets to the zone and starts firing at the enemy and they die. Your mission's failed. Your mission is simple. Mission 6, you need to make sure you protect a unit. And there's no timer this time. It's just a delay. You need to take out exactly 5 squads of the enemy. Literally, 5 squads. That's it. Just 5 squads. Once they're taken out by a sniper overlay, your mission is completed. At this point, you're going to want to go ahead and use first person mode at this, as the enemy for the AI will not work. I don't know why, it just doesn't. So make sure you select it with direct control, hit first person mode, take out the enemies, take out the 5 squads, which is actually 5 grunts. Once you take them out, your mission will be completed. But don't get me wrong. If they do start attacking the enemy and kill just one of your guys' units, your mission will be a failure. And the mission will end. Mission 7. You guys know about Mission 7, I've already told you. Mission 8. Mission 8, you now take command of Commander Isaac. At this point, Commander Isaac, his main mission is to take out all the air defenses. This means he needs to go into the captured control point zone and upload all 4 links. This is not easy, however. They are scattered out everywhere, and I mean everywhere. There are a total of 5 uplinks. Once all 5 links are uploaded, your mission is completed. But your mission is not that easy. You'll need to take cover as much as possible because trying to get these uplinks are really hectic. And the battlefield is split openly. So you're going to need to work your way up to each link. There are a total of 5 links. Once all 5 links have been uploaded, the mission is completed. But don't get me wrong, it's not going to be that easy. I do recommend using a grenade launcher for Commander Isaac to take out all of the turrets, plus all the enemies. Commander Isaac is not invincible as he has 100,000 health and can be shredded by either a grenade launcher, a turret, or a influence turret. This again makes it very hard for Commander Isaac to even take fire because he'll die fast. So make sure you keep him in cover at all times. Mission 8. Mission 9, I'm in. Mission 9, all squad leaders will link up to the very first for the very first ever. Once they link up, all squad members must maintain fire support for the enemy team overhead. This is a defense mission. You'll need to place the Spartans in the correct ones by using cover and fire support to maintain a defense mission for a survival mission. Your mission is simple. Survive the enemy wave and your mission is completed. The timer will be 5 minutes total. Also, there are going to be drop pods from the enemy, so make sure you do understand this. There's not a lot of drop pods, as it's just a one-time thing, and again, the enemy with the sword will spawn, so make sure you take the enemy out with a grenade launcher or a sniper or even Spartan laser. So make sure you do that. Mission 10, the final mission. The final mission is a base building type of thing. You finally find the bomb, deactivate it, and you win. Except it's not that easy. The bomb is inside of the ship. Your mission with your squad is to go inside the ship, retrieve it, deactivate it, and blow up the ship completely by reactivating the bomb. For the cornice to actually, for the ship to be destroyed. Deactivate the bomb, and the mission is completed. However, it's not that easy. Because the mission is so hard, and one of the hardest missions I've ever done at Mission 10 is not going to be that easy, and I'm going to tell you why. The bomb itself is shielded by 6 generators. 6 generators that you and your squad will need for each and every single one to deactivate. One squad will be placed there, another squad will be placed there, another squad will be placed there. There will be 2 open generators. You'll need to uplink both. Okay, not 6. The squad, I will make it to where it's just the squad generators you'll need to deactivate. Once done, then you can deactivate. Once all of them, because you take out the enemies that are guarding the generators, and then you move your squad into each one. Once done, and you take cover, and you get there, your mission will be completed because the bomb has then been deactivated completely. Okay, I've had a lot of fun telling you guys about the game. Halo 45 comes out in the coming months. Very soon.